In this second segment, I want to inform our listeners and viewers that it is possible some fraudulent persons may want to take advantage of consumers in this angle of Form 74. For instance, we got an information from a community in Mbieri called Ohoya Community in Mbieri, Obimbiri Autonomous Community of Mbitoli Local Government Area of Imo State. And the complaint in the community is that the distribution company brought somebody who said that each consumer in the community should fill a form to enable them get electricity. And this form, they were paying 2,000 naira each for each household. The question is, when we went into research to find out, our findings revealed the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company serving the area said they didn't know about the form. And then the question is, was it a licensed electrical contractor that collected the money? Another question is, was this money and the form, was it for metering the community? From what we found out, there is no electricity meter that has been put in any of the buildings in that community. So why was the form collected? And then who signed the forms? Was it for the metering? Then was any of the buildings inspected by a licensed electrical contractor before to actually show that the forms were brought in because of metering and in order to ensure a safety and standard in the buildings? What we found out was that these buildings have been, the installations have been carried out in the buildings in this community for the past 10 years. So it's not as if the community, the buildings in the community needed new installations. It wasn't new installations. These were installations that have already been done long ago. So what was the money for? There is need to find out. We want to seize this opportunity to ask the Nigerian Electricity Management Services Agency, Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, and the management of Enugu Electricity Distribution Company to find out who actually initiated this process of collecting 2,000 naira from each consumer in Ohoya community, in Obimbiri Autonomous Community of Mbitoli Local Government Area of Imo State. Who initiated that? And which licensed contractor collected that money? And how many buildings was he able to inspect? Were they installing new meters in these buildings? There is need to find out this so that other consumers in other communities will not fall victim of this same issue. So I want to say that much as we know that the licensed electrical contractors are the people to do this job, it is important that when anyone comes to a community to begin to demand payment for Form 74 to be filled, there is need to raise an alarm and draw the attention of Licensed Electrical Contractors Association in that area. It is in this regard that we are calling on Licensed Electrical Contractors Association Imo State to swing into action and meet with the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company serving the community, and then also go to the community Ohoya in Obimbiri Autonomous Community of Imo State, Mbitoli Local Government Area of Imo State, and ask the community people about this form, about the money they paid, and the challenges associated with it. It is fraudulent to collect such money when meters were not being installed in the buildings in the community. It is unacceptable. It's act of corruption, because for meters to be installed, the individual consumers are the ones that will go to the distribution company and request that they want meters to be fixed in their houses. And then in that case, they will be told to liaise with the licensed electrical contractor, who will be able to inspect the building before installation of electricity and the meter. But in this case, there has been installations and electricity has already been used in these buildings. And all of a sudden, somebody comes to begin to ask the community to pay 2,000 naira each. What is this money for? NEMSA, please find out. What is this money for? Lekan Imo State, find out. What is this money for? Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, find out. Thank you for listening.